me introduce myself. My name is
Warren Ballentine.
Let me just say, I did not come here to show out. I did not come here to impress you. Because to tell you the truth, when I leave here, I'm gone. And I don't care what you think about me. But just remember, when it hits the fan, brother, whether it's next year, 10 years, 20 years from now, you'll never be able to say that these brothers lied to you, Jack.
It's the Warren Ballentine Show. Call 888-669-2281.
All right, good morning, Truth Fighters. Happy New Year to everybody who's just coming into the show. If you're just tuning in, just joining us, been talking about three things. First thing, what's going on in Oregon with the militia group, right? I find it tickles me that they're calling them militias instead of terrorists. But what also tickles me is the fact that nobody's been arrested, no gunshots. And in fact, they're talking to them like, hey, they're not even negotiating with them. They just, hey, guy, come on, get off the land, please. Please, will you get off the land? I mean, they're being polite about it. I just want to change the fact pattern up a little bit. If these ranchers were black ranchers, would they be called patriotic? Would they be called patriots? Would they be called militia? Or would they be called something else? And look, I don't want the simple answer, because the simple answer is, oh, Warren, you know, because they black, you know how they would do us. It's deeper than that. And see, in the first hour of the show, in fact, the very first caller got what I was saying. And so I had to reveal to everybody in that first hour exactly what I'm saying when I'm asking this question. It has nothing to do with the black thing. I want you to look past that. Now hold that thought process for a minute. Another young boy, unarmed boy, killed in Dearborn, Michigan. It's a suburb right outside of Detroit by a police officer. This cop shot unarmed kid, making excuses for it, just like what happened up in Washington with them two brothers, and what's happened all across this country, from Tamir Gray to Laquan McDonald, all across this country. My question to you all is this: why are these police officers killing black men at such a high rate in this country? Now, the easy answer is because they're black, Warren. Look past that answer. That answer goes with the first question of Oregon. They are intertwined. Third thing we're talking about, Donald Trump. He's going to be y'all president. I wasn't sure at first if he was going to win on the national side. I knew he was going to win the Republican, but I didn't know if he could actually become the president until I saw an interview this past weekend. Now, let me put this in perspective for you. During the Republican debates, if you notice, right, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, and even to some extent, Chris Christie, all of them thought that they would have a chance to be their party's nominee. But all of them made a conscious decision not to engage or fight with Trump. After that first debate, all of them backed off. Now, Jeb Bush and Rand Paul and some others who are polling real low, they going at Trump anytime they can because they're trying to get any kind of traction. But the ones who actually have a chance to win have backed off of Trump. It's like they're afraid of him. So I said, okay, they setting this up for him to win the Republican Party. And then I saw the interview of Bill and Hillary Clinton. Now, Bill and Hillary Clinton has never been afraid to get down and dirty and fight. In this interview that happened on Sunday, they showed Trump, dogging the Clintons. You know, going back to the Flowers woman he had an affair with allegedly, and Monica Lewinsky, and that Bill may have raped a woman. I mean, Trump was going in. And Hillary's response was, it's a new year. I've made a New Year's resolution not to fight with Donald Trump. I was like, what? And then, so the reporter said, well, Bill, what do you think about this? He was visibly red and was biting his lip and said he had no comment. At that point, I said, what the heck is going on here? Trump gonna be president. Oh my God. And then I really sat back and said, wait a minute, let me really think about this. Donald Trump has been behind the scenes for 40 years financing these political campaigns, including the Clintons, including the people on the stage with him, including Ted Cruz, who's his biggest opponent. Donald Trump got dirt on all these people. And this is why they don't want to fight. They're scared of him. They're scared to fight him because they're afraid if they fight him, he's going to tell the truth on them. And this is why they didn't say anything about what he was saying. Because if they would have said something, Trump might have went even harder. He might have been like, I got the proof that X, Y, and Z happened. And see, this is the thing, right? People, oh, Bill put him over there to help Hillary win. Let me tell you something about power, man. Trump loves power. And see, Trump's almost like, what's that show? God, I just saw this too. An old movie, The Little Shop of Horror, where you gave him the water and it's feed me, Seymour, feed me. Or the gremlins, you put them in water and they multiply. This is what's going on with Trump. They didn't put him in some water and he didn't just went crazy. And now he's just like, look, you want to fight me? Let's go. I'm pulling out all your secrets. And so I'm watching this like, wow. But then something else hit me. I said, wow. Not only are they afraid of him, but it's another reason why Trump's going to be president. Now, the other reason goes deeper. It ties into the black man getting killed by the police and what's happening in Oregon. And they're all intertwined like a perfectly piece of DNA. Perfect piece of DNA. So why is the ranchers in Oregon getting the bypass? If they were black, what would be different? What's going on with the unarmed black men getting killed at such a rampant rate by the police? And see, to me, this is when I have a problem with the president. Love the president. But when you get up here and talking about you're going to change the loopholes for buying guns and all this other stuff, well, who do you call if the police the one killing you? I mean, we can't call 911. I mean, if I lived in Seattle or Chicago or one of these cities where the police are just jumping out shooting me, I'd be scared to call the cops. You call the police, you may get shot. So you changing the gun laws now, I mean, is this going to stop anything or is this political theater? You know, to me, and I said this before, the easiest way to control guns is you make them just like, look, on these phones today, this is why I got me a flip phone. You can open up your phone with your fingertip based off of your fingerprints. Make the guns the same way. Make it where legally, when a purchase of a gun is made, of a semi-automatic weapon, not a rifle, but it's like something that can shoot 30 or 40 bullets in less than a minute. You make it where whoever's buying that gun, the only way the gun will fire is based off of their fingerprints. And if they want their wife or whoever to be able to use the gun, they can come to when they buying the gun, and then both people will be able to use the gun. That way, if the gun is lost, if it's stolen, if it's sold, whoever's getting it ain't gonna work for them anyway. That's the easiest way to control this gun violence, but they don't want to do nothing that easy. They want to play political theater with it. So I'm asking you, because Oregon, the police, and Trump are all connected. all connected. And so I told everybody I will break this down this hour. So what I'm going to do is this. Let me see who's Dallas in California. When we come out of the break, I'm going to come to you. And then after that, I'm going to go to David and Flint. And then after that, I'm going to break down to you why everybody black needs to be looking at Oregon. And everybody black need to be looking at what's going on with the black men getting killed and why Trump is going to be president. And if y'all don't understand, after I break this down, why y'all need to stop following these fake leaders, if y'all don't understand what's really going on, then you know what? God bless you. I got deuces for you because I can't do nothing with you. Talking to you, True Fighters, Warren Ballentine Show.